Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Sorry, we're a few minutes late, but it's okay. We'll try to pieces everything together to be here. Thanks so much for joining us. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today is November 16th, 2022. Look who's here in the room with us. Hello, Michael.
Hello, Julie, and hello, everyone. It's great to be here. Absolutely. I'm excited, Julie.
Oh, me too. I cannot stop smiling because it's coming up very soon. Well, you can see our background is ready, set, and go. Like yesterday, I said that's totally embody many years of cultivating, thinking, visions. And that's one of the reasons why today, Michael and I are sitting here today, really sharing that vision that, behind the brand of ONPASSIVE. So hello, Michael. Let's get started, Michael. Yesterday, we came out from one of the most beautiful meeting with our CEO and the team. Started that meeting, what Mr. Ashmufard, our CEO, communicate, which touched my heart very much, is about the higher power that he spoke about. And he was talking about it, referring to God, the God that he believes in. So, Michael, let's start our conversation with that point now, the higher power.
Sure. At the end of the day, we got here somehow. Right. I don't believe, I personally don't believe in no Big Bang Theory and all that fancy stuff. I certainly believe that, we are intelligent beings. We have some really smart people on this planet, who have gone before us and are here today. And so where did that knowledge come from? Where did intelligence come from? How are we so creative? Right. So to me, we had to have someone, an entity, something that have created us and made us this way, because we are different than everything that's on this planet, right? So I certainly believe in a higher power. I believe in a God who created all of us, and so with that said, when I got involved in ONPASSIVE back in 2018, something in my gut, right? I get this gut feeling. I consider myself a spiritual person, not necessarily a religious person, right? So, and I think there's a difference between the two. But certainly from a spiritual standpoint, I felt there was something different about ONPASSIVE. I felt there was something different about our CEO, Mr. Ashmufara. It just wasn't the same like other businesses that I've joined, and while I've put in a lot of effort in building other businesses, this one just felt different. This one felt like, if you're really serious about it, it's difficult to be building other businesses while building this. So for me, it was easy to walk away from everything else and just put the focus here in ONPASSIVE, just because it just felt that it was the right thing to do. It just felt that, this is it. Like, this is it. So why not put all your energy here? And if this is a higher calling, if this is, a higher power that is kind of driving the ship, putting you in the right direction, who am I to not listen to that, right? So certainly I agree with them, regardless of what people believe or, their God and all this other stuff. I believe with them. I believe in what he's saying. And so, yeah, there is something special about ONPASSIVE. There's no doubt about that.
Absolutely, Michael. It's very special. ONPASSIVE came to me as a gift. It's a gift because someone thought about me, because it really is a blessing to me. And I always talk about this. I don't look at ONPASSIVE as a business. I look at it as a blessing to me. And when he spoke about it yesterday, I think there's a really true high power behind And for me to be able to be here and speak the convictions that I have inside of me about ONPASSIVE is based on my belief as well in the God, because I pray for it. I pray to receive signs for me to understand about ONPASSIVE. And what he said yesterday truly touched my heart yesterday. He also talked about the power of the vision and the power of the crown, the 1.4 million founders that believe in that vision and continue to share that vision of ONPASSIVE, which is very powerful to me, Michael.
Absolutely. Like my personal life, I pray in the morning, I pray at night, and I do that every day, right? That's just something that I've developed over the years, and I continue to do it, right? And so I believe that within the various prayers, you're always asking for guidance, you're always asking for direction, you're always asking, to just point me in the right path, help me to do the right things in life, right? So if ONPASSIVE comes, right, and it's something that I find that I'm pulled towards it, then I believe, then it is something that I should do. It is the right thing to be doing, right? It's not like you say, oh, I'm gonna do this, and then you do it for a minute, and then you kind of move on. Oh, I'm gonna do this, and do it for a minute. No, there's a strong pull to stay here. There's something that is keeping my confidence level like way up here, right? We talk about the top, like it's at the top, right? And so to me, there's a reason for that. This is not, blind faith. This is not being foolish. This is not being cultish. This is, your focus on something that's going to do good, not just for you and your family, but for the entire world, for those who choose to be a part of what we're doing, And so, while you don't call this a business, you call it a blessing, but a business can be a blessing, right? So that's exactly what we have. It is a business because, real company, real products, real people, we're going to be selling, right? We're going to be having customers. Yeah, so therefore it's a business, okay? And so it's a blessing because it's not your typical business. It is not the norm. It is not the same old, same old. There is a difference, you understand? And the difference that are there makes the difference as to why we're so engaged in what we're doing. We yesterday talked about triple the power, right? So triple the power goes to show us that it's not about one individual or even one group of people, right? We have the vision of Mr. Mufara, right? You have that, okay? That's started it all. And then you have us as the believers, right? Somebody has to believe in the vision. Otherwise, what's the point in going forward if nobody believes in what you're doing, right? Somebody should believe in what you're doing, no matter what it is that you're doing in life. If it's just you, okay, is it really a vision? Is it really meaningful? Somebody, even if it's one other person, right? But in this case, 1.4 million, right? So you have that set of group, right? That particular group, but then you also don't finish there because you have the executive team. You have this incredible team of people that are just unbelievable. That one company can have so much great resource in people and intelligence, right? That's incredible to be able to have everyone now come together as one family moving forward, one common goal, which is to uplift humanity, right? So if that's the common goal and we have so many people together already, we're unstoppable, Julie. We're unstoppable.
Absolutely. I love it. I love what you brought on a lot of points. You said that ONPASSIVE is a business. I said is a blessing, but is a blessing can be a blessing, a business as well.
Absolutely.
Well, talk about business. Yesterday, Mr. Mufara said, I passed the test. When he said I passed the test, we get to witness of things that's going on, things that's being developed, the progress of developing ONPASSIVE. The test that he mentioned about was the difficulty, the obstacle, the sacrifice that behind the brand. And it was, I don't know if you looked at him when he said, I passed the test. It was like he was guided to do certain things. And he said, I passed the test and I am going to do or die.
That is such a powerful statement to say you're going to do something or die. That means you're going to give every fiber that's in your body into making something happen, right? Comes what may, regardless of what obstacle is in your way, right? But if you have such a huge force behind you, how can you be stoppable? Like how can anything stop you with such a huge force that's driving you? The creator of heaven and earth driving you, right? Like, come on. So, when we look at this thing, we have to look at it from a global standpoint, right? He talked about the global expansion, right? It's a global business. So that means there's so many different moving parts, right? You have all these different countries, they all have their own rules and regulations and all these things, right? So you want to do business in all of them, so that way, no matter where you are in the world, you can have access to ONPASSIVE, right? It's massive, Julie. Like it's not like, let me go down to my little ministry and just get something, sign up and okay, I'm in business, let's go. No, right? You have to get so many different approvals, and to put it all together and to find something that was going to fit. It's like, think about this. Imagine you have a boardroom. You're in a boardroom, right? And you have a board for your company. Let's say there's, I don't know, 7 people. You know how difficult it is to agree on one thing, right? And the more you have is the more difficult it is to agree on that one thing, right? So if you have 2 people, it is much easier, right? So think of that from the company's perspective. Now you have 200 plus countries and you need something, a business, done the way, Ash wants it done, whereby people are going to simply get in and they can win, with minimal effort. You understand? Meaning staying engaged. That's all we have to do. That's not change, Julie. All we have to do is just stay engaged, right? But it's so many different parts that have to come together in oneness, Julie, right? And it's the same as you and your creator have to be in oneness if you truly want success. If you truly want to be successful in life, you have to be in oneness with your creator, right? And so I find that when you are in that state of mind, good things happen in your life. My whole life is a blessing. My entire life is a blessing. That's why people can't come to me and tell me there's no God and all this nonsense. Again, I don't know why we're going in this direction, but like no one can tell me that, because I've seen too many things in my life, Julie. I've seen the miracles, and ONPASSIVE itself is a miracle. We just went through COVID for 2 years and we're still standing. We are stronger now coming out of COVID, right, than a lot of companies. There's another company, major company, laying off thousands of workers again, right? So like there's so much going on. My kids, they want to strike again. They're giving the government 5 days notice that they're going to go on strike. So they're going to shut down the schools again, right? It's crazy, but yet here is ONPASSIVE, a place of refuge, a place of safety, a place of comfort that people can come knowing that their dreams, Julie, their dreams are still alive. Their dreams are going to be fulfilled. Like, come on. It's a blessing. Absolutely.
Absolutely. This is so beautiful. Just talking about it, thinking more about it, of what, and then now we actually took our conversations that we have every day to the world so that they can actually share the blessings that we are receiving and the miracle that we are receiving. This is really beautiful, Michael. This is called power, right? He mentioned yesterday, and you said it here, triple power. We got the power in the vision, the power in the community of founders, and the power in the executive team. We've talked about this. ONPASSIVE is interconnected. That's one of, and we see it right in front of us. ONPASSIVE Mr. Mufarad actually got lead to connecting with other beautiful people around the world. And we get to witness it yesterday when the Dubai team get to meet the Hyderabad team in India. That was so beautiful, Michael.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's the interconnectedness again, right? You know, and so to have the two teams, you know, woven together like that, again, showing us the oneness. You see, it's all about oneness, Julie. It's not about you, me, he, she. And so ONPASSIVE is trying to paint that picture for us, that it's not about your team, my team, who's got a team, who doesn't got a team, all these things. It's oneness, one family. And think of the majority of people in ONPASSIVE who never had anything called a team, right? They didn't invite anyone at all. I would say at least 80% of those that are in ONPASSIVE, because it's always the few that do the work, Julie. It's always, okay? You have that 80-20 rule. It applies to almost everything in life, right? And so when we see that, you know, the statement was made that talent wins game, right? Like, that's a true statement. If you got talent, you can win a game. There's no doubt about it. But you need teamwork, Julie, right? You need the IQ, intelligence, right? In order to win that championship. Because anyone can win a game at any given time, okay? Like if we're talking about, let's say, basketball, for example, anyone can win a game at any time, right? But to win a championship, usually, you know, you're going through a series with a best of 7 or best of 5 games or whatever, right? We have the World Cup coming up. No one player, I don't care if you're the best player in the world. I don't care if you're Ronaldo, if you're Messi, it doesn't matter who you are, right? That one player is not going to win you that championship. It's not going to win you that World Cup. They may help you win a game. Okay, maybe the game comes down to, you know, free kicks, right? It's possible, or it's a penalty kick. It's possible, right? But at the end of the day, it's teamwork that makes it happen. Teamwork. And so that's what, you know, our company is showing us, that together as a team, we are so strong. Together, the 1.4 million, we are so, that's why no one will be left behind, Julie. Right? We need to sit back and reflect and understand all that has been said. Because as we move forward, right, it has not changed. Right? You understand me? It has not, that the mindset has not changed. The mindset is to help you, help me, help Tom, help Susie, help John, help every single one of us succeed, to win, right? That is still the goal. And it's going to happen for you, for me, for all of us, regardless of the state that we find ourselves in. And this is why, like earlier, I sent a message out, telling people, just relax. Just relax. Everything is good. Life is good. We are going to win, right? We can't make these statements, Julie, you know, we're in it to win it. We're so in it to win it. And then just throw it out? Are you kidding me? No. So today we are still so in it to win it, and people will see, right? Again, when something, you know, introduced to you and it's different, you know, I believe in a recent webinar, I talked about change, that people don't like change, right? People like the same old, you know what I mean? They like to go to the same restaurants, they like to eat the same food, you know, they like to go to the same places. They have the same people around them. People don't like change. They live in a home and they don't want to move, Julie. You know, they're just stuck, okay? But I'm telling you, what we have, change is good, because change is always for the better. You see the difference? Change is always for the better. Change is not taking us backwards. It's bringing us forward. We're going to open up. We're going to launch in a few days, as far as having access to our OBS, right? Having access to some products, having access with the ability to start selling. Come on, right? Change is good. It is good, especially when it's for the better. And that's what we have here. Something was put in place for all of us to win, and that's what matters. I'm loving it, Julie. I am loving it.
I am loving it, and I'm loving the change, because I believe that what we are doing here today and ONPASSIVE in our life We got to make adjustment. We got to make adjustment so that it can make the most impact in people. You've said it here and we've heard it day in and day out. No one will be left behind. When he said no one will be left behind, not only that he meant toward the founders or the brand ambassador, he meant around the world. No one in the world will be left behind. And that's what ONPASSIVE is created for everybody from 0 age to 120, 130 years old. I mean, no one left behind. Doesn't matter what country you are in, what race, how big, how small, how fat, how chubby you are. ONPASSIVE is made for everyone. So I believe the words no one will left behind means everyone in the world. And yes, we have to make adjustment. We have to make changes in order to make the most impact. Now, let's go back to the point that I want to bring up is the interconnectedness that we've been talking about. One of the biggest connection that we have is with Bein Sports, which is partnering with ONPASSIVE to do the live streaming and for the World Cup that's coming up on Sunday. Now, that is one of the huge connections, right? And then that also connecting to the point no one will left behind, because if we were to look at Bein Sports, how many people are subscribed to Bein Sports? How many people are watching Bein Sport when it's open to the world? The World Cup opening to the world, ONPASSIVE is launching right on that day. I'm too excited to talk about it.
Yeah, like, you know, we were given that date for some time, and people are wondering, you know, what does that date mean? Like, as far as ONPASSIVE, they know, yeah, the World Cup has started, but what does it mean for us, right? And you know, you have to have advertising, you have to have marketing. You know, you need these campaigns, right? And to partner with a company such as Bein Sports is massive, because they're large, right? They have a large coverage area, right? To be on 120 plus TV channels, to be streaming all the games done. And we know that people are going to be watching these. This is not, you know, 20,000 people in an arena watching a basketball game. You know, this is not 60,000 to 100,000 people in a stadium watching a football game. That's not what this is, right? This is millions upon millions, hundreds of millions, if not a billion plus, that will be watching this thing. This is a massive event, right? It's the #1 sport in the entire world, right? Soccer, or if you call it football, okay? It's the #1 sport in the entire world. So a lot of people from all the countries then. This is not American football, you know, where pretty much just America watches, or North America, right? Yeah, a few places in Europe, etc. But for the most part, it's an American sport, okay? This is a sport that connects the entire globe, right? This is not a sport that, okay, it's Aussie rules football, you know, it's not rugby, it's not cricket. This sport connects every single person, regardless of your background, regardless of your social status, regardless of you have income, don't have income, you're poor, you're rich, it doesn't matter. It connects everyone, Julie, around this world. That is massive. 8 billion people are connected to this sport. They are in some way, shape, or form, right? And so that's a massive reach. So here you are connected with Bein Sports, that's going to deploying all these live streams out there, and we are included in that, Julie. And we haven't even opened the doors yet, right? We are included in that. They made a decision based upon what they see about ONPASSIVE. They like what they've seen about ONPASSIVE, Julie. So therefore, they made that partnership. You understand? Because you're trying to protect your brand. So you're not trying to market any and everything. They don't have a million different companies that they've taken on board, right, as clients, customers, partners. No, it's a handful, and we are one of the handful. That is impressive. So yeah, everything that we do as connections, Julie, everything from the CEO being connected to this one who connected him to that one, and then that one connect, and so on. You know, it's connections, how we have this massive and fantastic old media department. It's connections as to why we have such a genius in our strategists. Everything, Julie, right? So again, here's that unseen hand that is working within to connect. You understand? To connect people, the right people, so that this business called ONPASSIVE will be a global success. And as a global success, it means what? It means we who are brand ambassadors are successful. We are successful. Our success is already written, Julie. It's a done deal.
Absolutely. This is so beautiful. Just the anticipations is very high right now. There are 1.4 million brand ambassador out there. So I wanted to talk to the audience who actually chiming in from Facebook and YouTube. We know that ONPASSIVE is going to be launching to the world on Sunday in commencement of the World Cup coming up. So what are you doing on Sunday morning? If you don't mind, put your answer in the chat if you're currently watching right now. And if you're watching this later, put in the comments, what are you doing on Sunday? Are you getting togethers with all other brand ambassadors? I know I do. I know that myself, Terry Thompson, Sherry Durstaway, and Terry's family are getting together on that very morning Sunday, sitting in one room together and just enjoy and getting excited to see ONPASSIVE has opened the door to the world. And for all the folks that are watching right now, the best place for you to look at ONPASSIVE is www.onpassive.com. On our website, you get to see the products of ONPASSIVE. You get to see the positive and the most beautiful message we communicate there on onpassive.com. You can also check out www.onpassive.com/the blog page. You can also check out all the YouTube channel out there. We do have the official ONPASSIVE YouTube channels. There are so many YouTube channels out there, one of which this is being live streamed right now. So if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channels that you're currently watching from, please go ahead and click the subscribe button and the bell so that when we do the live, which we are going to do live every single day, coming to you about ONPASSIVE. Now, Michael, if we were to sit down and talk about ONPASSIVE, I don't think there's a limitation in time. We're just gonna, it just go on and on and on every day. But we want to keep this message today, our conversation today, very special. It's because of the meeting that we witnessed yesterday, because of everything that's going on in ONPASSIVE behind the scene. I know we do have 1.4 million brand ambassador out there. What is our message today to the brand ambassadors, Michael?
To the brand ambassadors, I think it was Mr. Ash that summed it up and said, you know, we will not stop. You know, he said, we will not quit. He said, failure is not an option, right? And so all the brand ambassadors have to understand that we always speak about love, speak about heart, right? And if you love someone, you're not going to hurt the person, Julie, right? You're going to care for the person, right? If you have a heart, you're going to want to reach out and help others, right? And so that message has been spread from day one. Day one, when Mr. Ash Mafaro looked and says, you know what, enough is enough. I don't like what I see around me, right? All I see is people losing, no matter where you turn, right? People just couldn't have success. So what can we do about that, right? Is it possible to put together a real business, a brick and mortar business where millions can benefit from it, right? And so he believed that he had this mission. He believed that, this is something that was given to him, was put on his plate. And he decided to accept that call. And, okay, is this real or just me full of myself? But when you see 10,000 decided to get on board with you, 50,000, 100,000, 250,000, a million, when you see so many decide to get on board with you, then clearly it's not about you. Clearly it's bigger than yourself. Clearly that's confirmation to you that you're doing the right thing, right? So everyone just needs to understand that that idea, that mindset, that dream is still alive and well, which is why we will not stop. We will do everything that is possible to make sure you, I don't care if you're 84 years old, I don't care if you're 75 years old, I don't care if you're 19 years old, we're going to do everything possible to help you who may not be, a techie, you who just barely know how to turn on that computer, right? You are a part of this. You are a part of the group of people who believed in the vision and mission of Ashmafara, which is to help uplift humanity with a business that is infused with artificial intelligence that can do all the heavy lifting for you so that you can finally have success. That is alive and well. That is at our core. So every single brand ambassador, you just need to step back and think of everything that has been said. Let it play like in your mind and understand that everything is alive and well. Join date, time stamp, everything is alive and well. It's just how you view it. I can tell you something, but you may receive it a different way than how I actually said it to you and what my intentions were, okay? Because we are looking for certain words. We want it to be said to us this way. And if it wasn't said this way, oh, something must be wrong. Oh, this is different. Oh, but it's the same thing though, right? I can tell you I love you in many different ways. I can show it to you. I can say it to you, my actions, lots of different ways, right? And so that's what we have here in ONPASSIVE, folks. We have the last business that you'll ever need. If it's a business whereby it involves you, where you have to do all the heavy lifting, it's not going to be the last business you ever need. Okay? So you have to understand that. It still is, it has not changed. It is the last business that you will ever need. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know is that you are going to win. Win, right? Yeah, I hear a lot of people talk about you play a game and oh, it's just for the fun. And so why do you keep score? Right? We are keeping score in ONPASSIVE. Believe you me, we are, because we want to win. And so there's these markers that we have to accomplish in order to win. And we have been doing that, right? It's called building these tools, having these products that people are going to love, creating value that people are going to seek, right? So if you give them all of that, what's going to happen? They're going to become your customers and become your customers for life. For life. There's a company that I've been with, Julie, for years because I love them. I love the products that they provide. I use those products on a daily basis. Okay, it makes my life a lot easier, Julie. Okay, so guess what? If ONPASSIVE is providing that, you're going to have customers come in and they're going to love it. It's going to make their life a lot easier. So they're going to stay as your customer for life because we know that all these customers coming, what do they have to? They have to hang on to some founder somewhere. They have to be attached to a founder somewhere. There is no ONPASSIVE link for them to register. It has to be a founder. So when all this marketing goes out, who's the marketing for? It's for us as brand ambassadors, right? And what do you think these people are going to be? They just come in just to take a look and that's it. Oh, yeah, I'm on. They're coming to be customers. Maybe not on day one, maybe not on day two, but they're coming to be customers. And we have a brilliant plan in place, right? Give them value for free. That has never been done before. To spend, millions of dollars, right, on advertising just for people to come for free, right? You think that there's something wrong? No, there's nothing wrong with that. Is brilliance, folks. Because watch and see what's going to happen, right? Just like when you walk into a store and you only went there to buy that one item, okay? And you end up coming up with a lot more, right? You get a flyer in the mail or whatever, and you say, oh, this is on sale. Okay, let's go get this. And you go there and you come up with 10 things. You understand? These things work, right? They work. A lot of times you go and they ask you, you travel, and then they want you to register, oh, we'll send you different free offers and this and specials and blah, blah, blah. Give us your email. And so you register for free. They're collecting your data. So when all these free people come and create a free account, what do you think happens? We have their data. You understand? Folks, it's brilliant. I'm loving it. We're in a great place. Brand ambassadors, ready, set, go. It's coming.
Absolutely. I am so loving this. And as I always say, ONPASSIVE is my business, is our business, right? So what would you do if you have a business that coming as grand as ONPASSIVE? You're not going to stop, but share. You share it to the world. You share it out to everybody because you are loving it, right? And when talking about love, when you love somebody, do you have a fear? Or you just love them with all your heart, right? So that's exactly what we are doing. We're loving ONPASSIVE so much that we just communicate love, that we just share it out to the world. Beautiful message, Michael.
Julie, we are loving ONPASSIVE.
Yes.
Because of the difference it's going to make in people's lives. People need that. People need a difference maker. And ONPASSIVE is such. Right? It really is.
I love this, and let this conversation end it right there with love. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. We appreciate you very much. Continue to share ONPASSIVE. And if you're here looking for information of ONPASSIVE, please check out our website, www.onpassive.com. There are so many YouTube channels that communicate ONPASSIVE, especially the ones that you're currently watching right now. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you so much, Michael, for allowing me to take our conversation out to the world.
Yeah, I wish we can go on for a few more hours. I got a lot more to say because I'm loving it, Julie. I am so loving it. Oh my gosh, this is just incredible. It's incredible. We've been waiting for this for so long, and here we are now.
Absolutely. Well, Michael and I will bring our conversation again to you next week. Without even saying that to Michael, we're going to do that. All right, everyone, please go ahead and take care of yourself and other. Have a great day. God bless you all.
God bless you all.